Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. I can't believe it's actually been a year or almost a year since the last video that I made. Excuse me. So I thought it's about time I made another one. Just a little bit of an update really, let you know why I haven't been around for a while. I see Darcy has just disappeared out of shot. She was behind me. Coco's here somewhere, you'll probably see her in a little while. Yeah, it's been a bit of a strange time really. I've been quite ill, and shortly after I made the other videos I ended up getting COVID, which then ended up with long COVID, and I've had all sorts of complications with it, and basically my blood readings are a little bit waffy. I'm undergoing well, not undergoing treatment now. I've sort of pretty much finished my treatment, but I'm still under review for my blood readings because there are a few abnormalities. I'm anemic. I also, since the COVID, have had some issues with my lungs. I've had pneumonia, a couple of chest infections. I've also, with the long COVID, had quite a severe loss of appetite, so I've lost a lot of weight. I think I've lost about 5 stone from my heaviest point to now. So yeah, it's been pretty tough, and to be perfectly honest, I haven't felt like doing anything with the Morris Minor. But I have done a few bits and pieces recently. A very good friend of mine actually came round and helped me. I ordered the new radiator for it, as you may or may not remember previously. The vehicle has actually had, prior to me getting it, the vehicle had actually had a Volkswagen Lupo radiator fitted with a cooling fan, electric cooling fan. Loads of different things have been done to the Minor, but that radiator was no good, so I've ordered a new one. It had all sort of perished and was leaking, and that's now in the car. The top hose was knackered as well, so my mate Owen, when he came round to give me a hand, brought a big bag of hoses, and we cobbled something together, so we've now got a decent top hose for it. Filled it up with coolant, had the engine running for quite a while. I actually drove it up the road, can you believe? Yeah, just give it a little drive up the road and back, and it was great. So yeah, it is coming together. It's very, very slow, but it is coming together. But it is actually a runner now. It does drive. Owen helped me with loads of other stuff on the car when he was around. He spent the day with me, and he is an ex sort of BMC man, so he knows loads of stuff about all these old cars. So yeah, it was really good. We've still got lots of work to do on it, but slowly but surely getting there. Although, like I say, I've sort of had some real setbacks, so I haven't been able to get as much done as I wanted to. And it's so bloody cold out there at the moment as well. The car is now actually back in the garage. It's all covered up. Excuse me. What have we got left to do? I did notice that when I drove it up the road, it's got a really bad noise from one of the rear suspension. Well, it actually turns out to be one of the rear shock absorbers. Now I thought that because it's had telescopic shock absorber modification to it, it looked like once I'd lowered the vehicle that one of the shock absorbers wasn't going up sort of straight in the tower. So it has like 2 towers that are welded to a structure that goes inside the boot, and one of the shock absorbers was really close to the edge of the tower, and I thought that as the weight was going up and down on the car, it was actually that shock absorber that was fouling the tower. It since turns out that where I've lowered it, the shock absorbers, particularly the one on that side, on the driver's side, it's actually bottoming out. So I've got to raise the car probably another inch. So I'm going to get round to doing that at some stage soon. What else can I tell you about? I don't know whether you saw this from previously, the roof on the car, the paint on the roof is like really, really badly cracked. We spent a few hours trying to sand it back, and it's the strangest thing ever, because when you start sanding it, it almost goes to like a rubbery texture, and it starts clogging up the sanding sheets, and it's really quite odd. It's almost like looks like undersill, but obviously it's not. So I then got a special, I don't know what it's called, a special disc thing that you can use to remove paint. It's quite good at removing paint, but it doesn't scratch the metalwork underneath, and I've used that, but again, it's just such hard work. So I think I'm going to possibly need to use paint stripper on the roof, and also on the driver's door, which has suffered with cracking the same sort of way really. So that's still to do. Got to sort out the rear shock absorbers. What else? Oh, there's something else I can show you. You'll probably remember I did a video previously about removing those hideous little rear indicator repeater lamps that someone had put on the back as indicator lamps, and I've got some similar ones on the front that also look bloody awful. They're sort of round orange ones that have been put in the place of the original side light unit. So a couple of weeks ago, Owen sent me a message. He said he was at an auto jumble, and was there anything I wanted? So I said, if you find some lamps that I could fit on the front, some indicator lamps that I could fit on the front that would be better than those awful orange things I've got, then please, I'll have a couple of those. And he found a pair of this style, which are like the glass domed lamps. These are actually completely unused. I think they're new old stock. They haven't even had any wires go through the sort of grommets at the back here. And he found a pair of these for me. I did say to him that I would really like if you could see them anywhere, like the ones with the flatter lenses. Not the exact period ones for the car, but the you know, sort of similar to it. And he did also manage to find me 2 brand new old stock glass flat lenses which will fit in these lamps. So basically, they will fit in there and look pretty good. So yeah, I'm well chuffed with that. So they will be fitted on at some stage soon, but I've just got to get myself back out there and get involved in it. But I've just been so unwell, and I've been coming home from work. I've still managed to carry on working all the way through. It's been really tough sometimes, but I've been coming home from work and just falling asleep in the chair in the evening. So I think probably this past week is the week that I've probably felt the best. I'm just getting over this nasty cold at the moment that I've also picked up. I seem to be quite susceptible to picking up infections and things at the moment. Yeah, I feel actually this week that I'm turning a corner. So I thought I'd make this video, let you know why you haven't seen me, where we're at, and hopefully you'll see some new videos soon on the Miner, and we might well start to see some decent progress. But she is now a runner. It does go. I have driven it up and down the road, and yeah, very good it was too. Made me smile very much. But thanks for watching, and I will see you again in another video in the not too distant. All the best. Bye now.